Well, the Spectre or the ARES? What's going to be a better buy for you in the new update? A short and simple answer: the ARES is going to be a lot better in holding angles down and taking those longer range fights, and it's a whole lot more usable now than it used to be. Whereas the Spectre is still going to be a beast of an eco buy if you're looking to entry frag and create space for your team. Why do I say so? Well, watch to find out. The new ARES after the update has no spin up time, and now it shoots 13 rounds per second right as you pull the trigger down. The only reason why people would not use the ARES before was because it was unusable in a 1v1 situation where it would take time to rev up to its full potential, whereas the Spectre could just shoot you down all by itself immediately, right? But now the ARES is going to be a lot more usable than it used to be because of this very change. Let's look at how the new ARES is going to outperform the Spectre in a few situations. So the first situation definitely is going to be spamming. Just like you use the Odin, the ARES is now a very good spam weapon, especially on agents like Sova, especially on something like Cypher. If you know where the enemies are and they are standing at wall bangable positions, you are going to get a lot of those cheeky little kills, my friend. It's got high penetration rounds, it's got 50 rounds in its magazine, so yeah, definitely better than the Spectre if you want to spam the shit out of them. The second situation, the spray transfer on the ARES is a lot better now. The ARES is just like a laser gun if you master its recoil pattern. It's a lot more predictable, it's a lot more easy to control, and it's a lot more consistent to spray transfer people using the ARES. We have all seen Sinatra do it, you can do it as well now. The third reason why you should have an ARES over a Spectre, well, longer range battles. The more inconsistent recoil of the Spectre makes it less and less consistent at longer ranges. The damage drop off of the Spectre is higher as well as compared to the ARES, so the ARES does a lot more damage than the Spectre at longer ranges. The fourth reason why you should have an ARES over a Spectre, well, just holding angles down. The ARES just hold down those long sight lines on an eco buy. Yeah, that's going to be a lot more better than using a Spectre. Just holding angles down, holding sight lines down. That's where the ARES is going to be overperforming the Spectre. So now moving over to the Spectre, the sad boy. It received a nerf which now has its firing error kick in a lot earlier. That is the error as you start spraying, it's going to be a lot more inconsistent, a lot more sooner now. Even the inconsistency, the amount of inconsistency that's there, that has increased as well. Run and gun potential of the Spectre has now been nerfed by 17%. It's not like it's not run and gunnable now, but it's a lot less exploitable that way. Spectre still holds its ground in some situations over the ARES. So what are these situations? Well, the first situation being the Spectre is still a lot better than the ARES at shorter distances. Why? Because it has the 78 damage headshot compared to the 72 damage headshot on the ARES. If you want to kill a person at shorter ranges with the ARES, you'll have to shoot him twice in the head, or at least once in the body or in the legs. Whereas with the Spectre, if you shoot him twice in the head, he's done for. That's one reason. The other reason being the movement speed on the Spectre. It's a lot, it's higher. You don't have the hip fire accuracy on the Spectre, it's a lot higher. So what that basically allows you is to swing a corner and be confident of taking the shot immediately, rather than having to swing a corner slowly and having to open your ADS. That's why I say it's a lot better to entry frag with a Spectre than an ARES, because it's going to be more consistent. It's going to have, it's going to work a lot more similar to a rifle basically. Now you have to counter strafe with the Spectre. Just counter strafe and make sure the initial few shots are landing. If you can get that down, the Spectre is just as good as it ever used to be. So if you're running something like Jet or Reyna and you are going to be the first person who is going to be peeking for your team, definitely go for the Spectre over the ARES. Well, so finally coming over to a nice little conclusion, how does it all sum up to? Well, the no more spin up time for the ARES and the higher damage numbers in the long range makes it a lot more similar to the Odin now. It's actually a usable gun. Do start buying the ARES on an eco buy, especially if you're playing characters like Sova and Cypher. It's basically a budget Odin now. Whereas the Spectre, it's still, yeah, the Spectre has now become less exploitable. You can't run and gun that much with it now, and it works a lot more similar to a budget Phantom. Less damage numbers, and but the mechanics are quite similar to a rifle now. But still, yeah, you could use it to run and gun and stuff, but it's going to be a lot more inconsistent with that now. So yeah, that was about it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, do drop a like. And what do you think about the new ARES? I think everybody's going to be Sinatra now, and you should learn some Sovalanas, my friend. Do let me know in the comments, and do share this video with your friends too. Let them know about the new ARES and Spectre, and subscribe if you want to have more videos like this drop into your subscription feed. So that was I, Dosakai. Until next time, Namaste.